change in the background?
Guys, can you hear me? It's not updating properly. Somebody write in the comments if you can hear me, please. Can you guys see me? I can't see my screen. It's not showing me, so yeah, you guys can't see me. Okay. Hang on, guys. I'll be right. This is bizarre. There we go. All right. You want to say anything?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Guys, welcome. What a rippy day. Rippy. All right. You want to go play Nintendo?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right. Let's go to our share screen here.
See you later. People. See you later.
All right. Thanks for joining, Blaine. All right. Let's take a look here at what we happened today. I was very pleased with today. What a wonderful turnout. Lots of things ripped. It's kind of a crazy day, really. Lots to keep track of. I was stretched out, maxed out quite a bit today. But man, I mean, you guys all have a good day. I hope so. I saw a few people that said they were maybe had a red day. In my opinion, the only reason you have a red day today was if you chased and rushed into some trades, which we always say don't do. Craig said I could make this. He couldn't join the call, but he did say I could quote him on a comment. He said, tell them all they can eat a D because we know what the F we're doing. So that was a direct quote from Craig that I shorthanded just a little bit. All right, futures. Yes, futures real quick. Futures are still kind of trending upward. I mean, we just kind of traded sideways all day today, right? Not a lot of movement, but man, it was sure a green day for a lot of us. But the S&P 500 just kind of traded sideways all day. I don't know how many of you guys took my lotto at the end of the day. I do feel like I do think the S&P is going to pop in the morning. So I took a 390 lotto. So I think we're looking good there. Pull up my list here. Netflix today. We can start here. I did have a position. I took a position right. Where was it? So this descending triangle thing. I don't remember what I alt-loaded today. I did take a Netflix position though, and I caught this right before this jump. It turned out nice. But guys, it's kind of those things where you learn to read charts and get used to it, right? You could have totally seen that, when I talk about my EMA bounces, but this was looking nice and consolidated. We had a new higher high, came down and consolidated against this. Totally expected a nice pop, and it happened. So that was good. Snow, let's look at snow real quick, because I have been pumping that all week since last week. Okay, so we need to get above that 315, 316 number. We got there today. Now I want to show you what resistance we're hitting. We are still, so we got over this one, but we still have a previous high back here. We're going to get above this, whatever this resistance is right here. You can see it's going, there's a resistance right here about 325, 322 to 325 range. So we need to solve it through that. Guys, this is just kind of something where I want to emphasize too about how different accounts are, right? So Craig did not sell any of his snow today or any of those pops. Okay, Craig has a larger account. He can do that. Now, I have a good account too, but not as large as Craig's. It would be stupid for me to not take some profits today. So what I did today was I hit several of those bounces. Every time we got up close to what I knew was these tops, I was selling my calls that were for, because I've posted in the room what calls I had. I've sent some pictures, but I was selling my calls that ended this Friday. Hang on one quick second here, guys. Sorry about that. That sounds hard at me. Okay, so I was taking profits on this week's calls, and then when it would fall down, I was taking those profits and rolling them into calls for next week, just because it's Wednesday already. EMA squeeze. I still expect we get some big moves out of this. Like I said last time, we got these kind of squeezes. You can see the kind of movement that this stock is possible with, which is why Craig did not sell. But like I said, manage your own accounts. I can't do that. He can. You can see what is happening right here. We're kind of forming a ascending wedge, I think that's called. Anyway, what I would expect to happen here is something like this before and breakout for a big move. Okay, so snow is not done, I don't believe. If you're not in snow and you'd like to do a play in snow, careful in the morning, because I don't know if this is going to run tomorrow morning or if it will sit there. I don't know if, in the morning, this could just shoot straight out. Okay. So let's watch it in the morning, and then we see. Okay. But if some of you guys are still in playing snow, I think there's still a lot of room on this to run. I have calls for next week, the following weekend into March. So I am loaded up. I'm very bullish on the stock. Pins. This is another leap that King did here recently. I like this. We had a descending channel right here. We're bringing it aside. It's on the hour chart. Here you can see, I think Pins is getting ready to make another big move. But either way, Pins is looking good, guys. It's trending upward. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this play. Great leap, in my opinion. Okay. BA. Oh, BA got a nice jump today, and I told you guys yesterday and this morning, right? This EMA crossover. I said what I could see happening, and I do this line. Look at this. I said it could come up, come back down and retest, and then rip off. It didn't quite. It came up. It did come down and retest here, but we got a nice price movement today. Consolidating along the trend line here. That's why smooth Heikin-Ashi overlay acts as a trend line, so support and resistance. But getting a nice bounce there. Even if it passes through, it'll get support here, and then I believe continue upward still. So very bullish on that. And guys, I will answer questions in the chat here after I get through a few of these stocks real quick. So I'm just go through a few more. There's BA. So BA, I think, is still a great long play. And once again, guys, some of these plays I pick, so I did a swing and a leap. But the reasons are, so I believe that what we're seeing here with this squeeze is the start of a cup and handle. Okay. I believe this is going to loop around nice and is going to come back for a retest here, probably get denied, come back, and then keep ripping. Like I said, if you look at some of these stocks we pick, this has the ability to run much higher in short amounts of time. So one of the reasons I picked these stocks. And then I watch the charts. I just wait for a time when it's ready to rip. Okay. What was the EMA recovery play I did today? Number plays. I'll think of it here in a minute. If somebody can say it in chat, I had an EMA recovery play I was doing today. Zoom, I mentioned this morning, I thought this was getting ready to rip. EMA squeeze, trending upward. I happened to get this. I grabbed a call today on this little pullback to the trend line. I bought a weekly call, and I didn't post it, this one particularly, because it was kind of risky. It was $440 or $450, I believe. Anyway, it was a 415 call. By the end of the day, I sold that for $1,500. It was a 4-bagger in the matter of a few hours. But once again, guys, this is where reading charts gets to be good. Some of you guys took that Baidu call from Power Trades today. Okay, now he bailed on that call. I did not. I actually liked it, and I did not bail on it. Ultimately, I would have liked. I mean, his entry I think was around here, and ultimately, I would like to have seen this continue upward. However, this is just a big bull flag to me, or a small bull flag, I guess, if you want to see it. But I totally see this catching support right here and then coming back up tomorrow. So I did hold that play. And you can see it's already come back up a little bit, but I think it may not even come over and catch us. It may just recover the trend line here and then continue up. So we see and then we see, but I like that one. Oh, cost. Thank you. Somebody said it. Okay. So this was my EMA recovery play today. I really like this. My regression channels here for a second. So you can see that we recovered the 9 EMA. We had recovered the 20, got denied off the 100. And so now what I see this happening here is this is consolidating on this 20 EMA. Once again, kind of a bull flag. Okay. So we're just looking for a breakout of this channel, but I think this is totally consolidating. If it does not hold the 9 EMA would be my stop loss. And somebody was asking like what I do for stop loss. Well, I'm playing this as a recovery. As long as my thesis doesn't break down, I will stay in this, maybe even average down. Okay. But I totally think this is going to build, and to get through this EMA is going to take some power. What I see happening is when this breaks through, I see it breaking through both of these and then coming back and retesting and landing and consolidating on the 50 EMA here. So I see a decent move coming. If you guys ever wonder how you can look at first and second profit levels, one is you measure the height of the channel, and on the breakout, that would be your first price target, okay, which is the 100 EMA. The next one you would do is the height of the flagpole. Okay, same spot, but this would be your second price target. Like I said, I think this is going to get shot through and come up to about this height before coming down and consolidating on this 50 EMA. So that is why I took this play. I really like it. Zoom, I did. Starbucks. Oh, Neo. Let's look at Neo real quick. Finally ran. Here was your indicator yesterday. Okay. This is, I actually increased my long position on Neo yesterday because of this candle right here. When it broke out of that channel and then closed, and the next candle also was out of that channel. Like, so sometimes you can see it breaks out a little bit, but the next candle went down. It wasn't real. This was actually at open, so that's why it didn't hold. That's why this second candle that stayed above, and then even more so the third and fourth, right? But those were the signs of a clear breakout out of that trend. And day two, it's ripping up really nice. This really needs 66 to get going, okay? Which isn't impossible because, like I said, that's a big flagpole. But so overall, long-term price movement on this, this would be, this is a longer outlook, but up here in the 76, I think we have $85 calls for July or June or something like that. But that looks great to me. I really like this. Okay, I'm gonna start going through some of the comments here now. Live and direct. I like that one. Okay. Yes, that's true. My son cannot wait to start trading. He's excited. I just recently found out how to put the comments up on the page, so that's okay with everybody. Craig can say whatever he wants. Teaches how to make 100K in a day, right? Yeah, I know. I've 100K is not mine. My largest I've ever made in a day was 60, and I gave half it back the next day because I'm an idiot. Got too greedy. Oh, don't get greedy. Okay. I'm just reading a few more comments here. Okay, I went over cost. VZ, yeah, we can look at VZ. Guys, please like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps. Okay, VZ, I don't know what's going on here, but it is just ever since December here, it has just been failing. And you guys can see that, like I said, every time you break a resistance or a support, it comes back and tests for the opposite, right? So here it broke a support, came back and retested and became resistance. Support, broke through, tried to come back, broke through again, tried to come back, broke through. Here it got, it held the 200 EMA for a minute, but then ultimately failed. And now it's coming up and retesting this 200 EMA again. Or no, it did there. It failed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Verizon here. I mean, it is just not quite ready to turn around yet. I don't know how much lower this will go. I feel like this should be, you don't usually get very far below the 200 EMA before it starts to turn. They just, we can go back and look at the history here and just see how far it's gotten in the past. Oh, it's gotten pretty far down there before. Yeah, I don't know I don't have any play entry for recommendations for Verizon right now. Not until I see a recovery or see something to start moving, pushing it back up. But I haven't seen any recoveries as of yet to suggest a re-entry on this. Netflix, FLX. I already talked about this one, guys. This one I kind of talked about. Feel free to run the video, but broke out this triangle. I took a long on Netflix this morning, yesterday. I can't remember, but yeah, looked good. So here it's consolidating again. I would expect this doesn't hold, and it's already pulled back a little bit. So we see, then we see. Okay, Uber. Yes, we can do Uber quick. So Uber, I think, had earnings. Is that right? Does anybody know that Uber earnings already today, or is that tomorrow morning? Date December 10th, so it'd be tomorrow sometime. Tomorrow before after pre-market. You could take an Uber call. If you did, I'd consider it a complete lotto. So you guys know earnings can be dangerous. A lot of times when a stock ramps up, okay, prior to earnings, so here you can see a couple weeks before, last couple weeks, it's been ramping up. A lot of times that means is earnings is already figured into the price. So once earnings come out, that's when it dips down. We can kind of go back and see what it did last earnings call. So last earnings call didn't really ramp up, probably because did a little bit, not much, but probably because people assumed it was going to suck, and it beat earnings and it rocketed. Okay. This time people are over anticipating. I would imagine it probably crashes before earnings, but I could be wrong. Maybe Uber Eats, maybe it's up. Yeah, see, earnings last year didn't do much for the middle of the year. This one, it took a dive before earnings, and then earnings came out and it came back up. Yeah, because earnings can be dangerous plays, so just be careful, okay? I wouldn't go big on whatever way you decide to go. I wouldn't go large on it. It is up in pre-market, post-market. So maybe earnings already came out. It says tomorrow, but that's not always accurate. How do you play snow if you're already out? Wait for open tomorrow and ask for entry suggestions in the morning. If it gaps up in the morning, I would stay out. Do not chase. Okay. Wait for pullbacks. Just like I did with, just like I kind of caught in Netflix and Zoom today. You can catch those pullbacks, or like what Power Trade tried to do with Baidu, which like I just said, I don't think is a bad play at all. I mean, he got out of it early, which is fine, but he had a pullback. It ran up to 303, and it's could have saved yourself $13 on entry if you would have gotten in the right time. Not like you're ever going to hit the exact bottom, but I'm just saying there's some room in there to get that back. Same with snow today. I was selling towards the resistance and then buying them back up on the pullbacks and the consolidation. ACB. Craig and I have positions on ACB. Guys, here you can see that got denied off the 200, came back and got support off the EMAs. Got this, and this is what we're kind of looking for with cost, right, guys? We're looking for this support consolidation and get the power to get through. Comes back and tests for support. Continue to rip. ACB and cannabis stocks are going to be hot going into the summer. I just read an article. I told you guys this morning that Sundial, SNDL, I mean, it was at $1.37 or something like that, but I just read an article that it could, that it very easily conceivable that will double. And we have this nice bull flag forming right here. We had one here, and then up. Now we have a little bit of a longer one onto the trend line. We see and then we see, but with how hot these are, it's already up to $1.78 in post market. So Craig is loaded up in these, by the way. He's got like 400 some contracts, 475 or something like that. Made me feel like a poser. I've only got 80 of these things. Yes, CVS and Fubo. CVS looks good. Okay. I think I said this last week, or maybe it was just. How was this just today? Oh, it's just today. This would have been a great entry right here. You had this ramp up, and you could have easily told. So we broke through some EMAs, right? It's wearing out, and there was resistance right here. That's a very easy tell. Came back. If I would have been watching this today, I would have entered on that red candle right there. I've done that many times. When I catch it, touching the EMAs, you get instant support and pushback and back up. And then I would just use this as my stop loss. These are, I mean, if it breaks these, well, then you know it's not going to hold and it's going to continue down to the 50 EMA. If it holds, it's going to resume its uptrend. You know, we got really high up here, consolidated nicely, and now it could very well be ready to run again. So CVS is a hold in my position. If you're already in it, it's looking good. Fubo. So yeah, you can see I played Fubo last week a little bit. Broke out of this channel right here. I got in. You know, this could be a good entry spot, or it could be a good spot to just watch. Just needs to hold this 46 area. If it can't, it's going to come down and consolidate off the 20. You know, it just depends on where this needs to consolidate at, but I'm not sure if this is ready for a entry again yet. But it sure is close. Yeah, see, my RSIs, it looks like it's oversold here. RSIs on the lower end, but not too bad. This is my slow stow, is showing that it's oversold. It looks like this could be ready to continue up on its upward. Yeah, it might be worth it might be worth taking a position here with a tight stop loss. You know, because you just do a $45 stop loss. If this fails, you know pretty quick. But this looks like it's primed. If it's going to go up, it shouldn't go down much lower. So. Oh, Uber earnings may have already come out. That could be, or I mean, after closing, I don't know. You have to Google that. I haven't looked it up. So CVS, ZNGA, Zynga. Guys, this looks good. I mean, this looks good as of now. It's a cheaper stock, but once again, caught EMA support. You know, failed the 9, recovered the 20, or you know, held the 20, recovered the 9, then tested for support after breaking through the resistance, and now it's ripping. And if you look at the trend here, every time it gets up, it does a flag over, waits for the trend line, goes up. Looks like every day this is gapping up, and then going down. So your play really here, if you were kind of watching this, should have been to enter right before close if you weren't already in this, and it will probably gap up in the morning and then come back down again. This also has an earnings play, so I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to play into earnings. That would be something I'd kind of back test. And once again, guys, I always get really nervous around earnings times. I love playing earnings up to earnings. Lots of stocks run up into earnings. It's great. Too many novices, though, people that don't know what they're doing, they buy right before earnings, like the day before. It's already all ran up. And then they don't understand why it crashes. The price of earnings is already figured. I mean, earnings is already figured into the price by the time they announce it. So even when they blow out earnings. Well, everybody knew they were going to blow it out. That's why it ran up so fucking high. Excuse my language. Baba. Once again, guys, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. Yeah, Baba's looking good. We've recovered several EMAs. This could very well get a pop tomorrow. I like to play this once in a while, guys. When the 20 up crosses the 50, that won't catch day scanners till tomorrow. And this does look like it's primed. That is a ascending wedge. That is a very bullish triangle, right? So every time it goes up, the bulls keep picking. Bulls grab it here, and the bears sell down, but the bulls keep winning. They're pulling, and now there's nowhere left to go. This is about to break out. Usually in this shape, that is a sign that it's going to break out to the up direction. So Baba looks good right now. I do like that. PLYZ. Okay, I'll look at it real quick, but OTCs, guys, are hard to look at with a PLYZ. Oh, yeah, looks like it's doing a cup and handle. Might come down here and test off of this and then rip up. But guys, OTCs are hard. Penny stocks. This could be getting pumped. I have no idea why this is active. Why this is all of a sudden gone from 0.005. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't play these personally. Not to say that a lot of people don't make a lot of money off them, but I just don't play them personally. But yeah. Anything else, guys? Feel free to ask here quick. Thank you very much. I think in the chat is good. All right, guys. If you guys think of anything else here in the next few seconds while I talk, but we'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll see if Craig will get on the call with me in the morning. Try and do the calls right at 7:30, hour before open, 7:30 Central. I've been telling you guys this a little bit, but please, we're here to help you guys. But please do, if you have a simple question, please try and look it up on Google first. We're trying to look at plays. We're trying to watch the market. It's hard to answer sometimes something that just a Google answer would suffice with. So while we are here to help, we do ask that you try and help yourselves also. We want to make you guys proficient, good traders. Craig and I are good traders. We're still in this group. You know why? Because Craig and I feed off each other, and I feed off a lot of the other guys too. I took one of Amar's plays today. I took a couple of Amar's plays today. I'm in this group because there's a lot of good traders feed off of other good traders, and you guys can become good traders. And the more I help, or the more that we help you guys become good traders, the more I'll be able to feed off of you guys too. So, and the better we all get. Everybody sees things differently. We can look at Vail real quick here before we go. Vail looks good. I don't know why it gapped down right here, but it instantly recovered. Recovered through the day. But Vail looks good to me, guys. I have a long-term swing on Vail. Technically, I probably should have bailed on it here and then got back in on this bounce, but I didn't. Just because it was so far out. I don't really look at some of those sometimes when they're that far out. But I do have a long-term Vail hold, and it looks like it is recovering and going back into the uptrend now. So bullish on Vail. Shop, that's a good one. Man, oh man. What happens up here now? Let's pull it back out here a little bit and see what we got for resistance coming up. Is this an all-time high? No, it's got higher before. Oh no, it is an all-time high, 52-week high. So this one, I would start watching linear regression channels. Like I said, that's one of my new favorite tools. But I would start making sure that the 15 and the 30 stay in an upward trend. Okay? If the 15 starts to fail and then the 30 starts to fail, that suggests to me that it's about to turn for consolidation, heavier consolidation, and then it will, start turning the 45 and the hour. But because everything is up right now, it's looking good. As long as this keeps trading, and once again, as long as it's in the upper channel, this will keep rotating up. If it gets into this lower channel, it will start to rotate it down. But this looks very bullish still. I think SHOP is heading to 1500 before it heads anywhere else. So I'm not sure where it heads after 1500. I would imagine 1500 would be a pretty good psychological resistance, just because it's just such an even number. People just want to take profits. Oh, it hit 1500. Cash out, people have that weird mentality. You got to kind of think about it sometimes. Another good thing with SHOP is it's running up into earnings. Okay, now Amazon tanked after earnings, but if you guys know Amazon very well, Jeff Bezos liquidates shares after every earnings. He says he does it. Billions of dollars worth every time they announce earnings. He sells right afterwards. Amazon blew it out of the water. Their expected EPS with earnings per share was 7. They hit 14. They doubled it. We don't have the WSB crap going on right now. I would think that this could run up to, 15. I don't know where this will stop, but this could run up biggie, leading into earnings. I would imagine that this will probably take a drop right before earnings and then possibly recovering right afterwards, depending on what they say. We see and then we see, but you just never know. Like I said, with earnings, you get some like Facebook and those that tanked at earnings, and you get Google that just rocket it up. You can always play one lotto or something like that, or whatever your risk tolerance is, and play it through earnings and just maybe catch a huge gap up if it happens. But otherwise, I would expect that. Look at this, guys. It is way up, and my slow stow is all the way down almost to 20. RSI is up a little bit, but it was up higher. I totally see this continuing in a bullish uptrend. So, all right, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Hope everybody had a great day. Snowman, Rippy, LFG. Let's get it, guys. Congratulations to everybody. We're going to have a green week. It's going to be awesome. At least tomorrow. We'll see how the rest of the week goes. We got to keep an eye on it. I am a little worried with the SPY getting pumped up this much that will end in the red towards the end of the week. I will be taking more profits tomorrow and freeing up some cash, maybe possibly doing a hedge into the later part of the week. We will see. Then we see. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. If you have any questions, send me a DM.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something that's